Hey guys, Luke here, and we're here to preview round 23, Sunday night, well, Sunday football, Sunday afternoon. I don't know why I was going to say Sunday night, but not to worry. We've got two games here, the Knights versus the Warriors, and the Titans versus the Sea Eagles. So, two pretty good games, you would have to say. Started with the Knights and the Warriors. It's at Hunter Stadium at 2 PM. I think this is the Fox Sports one. So we've got Kurt Gidley at the back, Chanel Madiatia, Gagai, Lulia, Uwate, Mullen, Roberts, Snowden, Clydesdale, Mason, Scott, Rocco, and Smith. The benches were Dell, Sims, Cuthbertson, Farlongo, and Houston is 19th man. So I think he would drop off the bench. And we go to the Warriors side, which is Tompkins, Fusatua, Lamape, Henry, Vadavai, Townsend, Johnson, Lillyman, Lulalai, Matagi, Madalino, Bukuya, and Mannering. Then we got Mateo, Rapira, Lausi, Friend, Ikahifo, and Peru, with two to drop off the bench there. Bit of a strange lineup for Warriors, first time I've seen it. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Thomas Lulalai playing hooker. I really don't rate Townsend too high. I think Lulalai's a better 5'8" for sure. And I think Nathan Friend is a waste of a bench space. If he's not going to play hooker, he's not worth having on the field. Because he's not a player that comes on and runs a lot out of hooker and is an impact player. He's not like that. To have a bench hooker, you should have someone like Seguiara or something. It's the same reason that having like Kingston come off the bench doesn't really work for Panthers, I don't think. Just when they come on, they don't really offer too much. And Nathan Friend is a good solid player. He's a good player. I think he should be their hooker. Just not off the bench. The things he offers aren't worth off the bench. He can't make those tackles. He can't clean up the ruck too much off the bench. So interesting to see what they do there. I'd say probably Ikahifo will come in. I think he'd been starting, so I'd say he'd come in. I mean, Warriors haven't been playing too bad. Obviously Johnson's been out, so the attack's been a little bit down. They haven't been losing, I don't think, but still haven't been that impressive. They are missing Harrell still. He's a big loss for them. But Ben Henry can do the job. I think he's not a centre, but he can just come in, be a stopgap fill for a few games until Harrell's back. But the thing is, he's up against either Gagai and Leah, and they're two damaging centres, like really good. Taran Uwate there on one side, and Madiatia is okay as well. And you got a really damaging backline there. And against Ben Henry and Lamape, who aren't necessarily the greatest defenders, even Vadavai as well. Pretty much all the Warriors winger centres, not the greatest defenders, let's be honest. So they could be in for a bit of trouble, especially with Mullen's little kicks behind the wingers and all that sort of stuff. That could be a thing for Knights to exploit. Plus, Knights are at home, so that's something to remember. Also, they came off a big win last week against Storm, and the last time they came off a big win against the Roosters or whatever, they couldn't back it up the next week, I don't think. So, interesting to see what happens there. If you're going off like the teams or who should win based off form and all that, you'd say Warriors probably should win, but wouldn't rule out the Knights. They can't make the 8 or whatever, but they still have a lot to play for, a lot of pride to play for, plus playing for Alex Nickett and all that. Definitely don't rule them out, but the safe bet is Warriors. Then we move on to the second and the last game of Sunday afternoon football, and that's Titans vs Sea Eagles. It's at 3 PM, so it's on delay in Channel 9 at 4 PM, I think. And it's at our Titans home stadium of Seabus Super Stadium. So look at the lineup of Zillman, Gordon, Roberts, Takarangi, Don, Caesar, Mortimer, Bailey, Falloon, Douglas, Minicello, Miles, and Bird, and the bench is White, Taylor, Ione, and Carter. Sea Eagles lineup is as followed: Stewart, Tafua, Lyon, Matai, Hiku, Foran, Cherry Evans, Starling, Ballon, Lawrence, Watmo, Simons, and Bura, and the bench is Senna, Lafayette, Horo, Hassan, and King. I'm not sure what the go is with Sea Eagles starting Simons over Horo. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I don't think Horo's playing that bad. But it's just, I guess they're trying to mix things up. Jamie Bura was awful last week. He was terrible. We dropped the ball every time he touched it. So I said last week that Glenn Stewart's not coming back this year, so they're gonna have to persist with Bura. Hope that he can do the job, but I don't think he can do the job. but I guess they got no other option, to be honest. They just got to deal with it. The rest of the team, though, really good team. Really well-oiled machine, pretty much. They did lose last week. They played terrible and didn't get flogged. And I think that says something, that Sea Eagles was so far off the game. Refs weren't that great either, and they still were kind of in the game for the most part. Titans, on the other hand, I don't know, they just... I still can't... It's hard to read the Titans. They get a player back and they lose another player, and it's a strange one. James Roberts' brain explosion. They probably should have won this game. I just can't get over James Roberts' first tackle, or second tackle, the whole set of 6 with like 5 minutes left, and he takes a grubber for himself, which was awful. It was an awful grubber, and did nothing, and kind of they didn't get another chance from then on. Just little stuff like that. It's why it's hard to judge Titans. They have so many brain explosions in their side. Greg Burke can give away a few penalties. Minicello as well. Luke Bailey. Like a lot of people. It's a lot of stupid stuff in their game. Caesar's back for them. Well, he played last week, but he's a big plus to the side, and I think he'd make a good combination with Mortimer. Interesting to see how Albert Kelly, like when he's back, what happens there. He might even come back and play fullback, who knows. Still no David Mead. Anthony Don on the wing, he's a decent player, he can do the job. Gordon's a good winger. Roberts, for the most part, is a good centre. Just little brain explosions that make me question him as a player, like last week. Takarangi, though, I don't think he's a good centre. I think Dave Taylor's been named. I think he's got a neck injury, so I don't know if he's going to play, but I think just persist with Dave Taylor in the centres for the rest of this year, and then work something out next year. I think that's what they had to do. Dave Taylor started off the bench last week. I'm not sure where he played, but so I didn't really see the game too much. But I just think Titans just not strong enough. Tigers will beat. They'll beat most teams. They pretty much beat every team in the comp virtually. And Titans aren't up to the standard of a lot of those sides. When you have a team like the Eagles, who everyone's putting them straight in for the grand final, and then you come up against Titans, you expect a walkover pretty much. It wouldn't completely rule out Titans, but at the same time, Eagles too strong in my opinion. So a 13 plus, I would say. But it's the end of the episode, or end of the video I should say. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and don't get too upset with if previews don't, or my predictions don't come true, or I went against your team or something like that. It's just a prediction, that's all it is. But hopefully you can find it in your heart to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and check out my Monday Night Football preview and all the other previews I've done. I'm going to upload it today and all that sort of stuff. Alright, see you guys, bye.